file that he wrote up. He says, I got the list when I showed up for the event. Tom Ma and Conley Woods are the best. It was Conley's list. So, I mean, he might not be aware that Conley's a little bit salty about this.
There he is right there, Chris VanMeter. Good Dutch name.
That is a great Dutch name.
73.
How would you know much about that?
No idea.
So the differences in these two deck lists,
It's good.
Chris VanMeter
Walting Court, not so much.
did not have the full ability to get what Conley Woods had, which included some narcolepsies.
I think that's the only card he's
I brought
missing
him-
is
I
rare
had him
narcolepsies,
just
just because he
And-
couldn't find them this month.
Right, so he doesn't have narcolepsies, and I think how he made up for that is that maybe extra obstinate bailoffs or ratchet bomb?
Sorry?
All right,
Second.
top 8 competitors. You have 1 hour. Begin.
All right,
And time is starting.
Clearly not in.
we're off. So this could be a pretty exciting game. I mean, I'm sure all of these games are going to be like, here we have the Genesis wave for Infinite, you know.
So looking at the lists, the difference, Chris VanMeter has 2 additional Wall of Tangle Chords in the board. Now, the main deck we've gone through a few times already, but they're both playing the same main deck exactly, which is 4 Jiraga Tree Speaker, 4 Overgrown Battlement, 4 Lotus Cobra, 4 Frost Titan, 3 Primeval Titan, 3 Genesis Wave, 4 Acidic Slime, 4 Jace, 4 Spreading Seas, and 25 land.
Now,
Including 4 Tectonic Edge, importantly.
in a matchup like this, blue-green, where neither player has any removal, cards like Jiraga Tree Speaker are at a very high premium. I feel like the 2 most important cards to have in your opening hand are Jiraga Tree Speaker and Lotus Cobra.
Absolutely. Those
Almost
are the
to
most explosive cards you can have.
Almost to the degree that in this like mirror match, I would not keep a hand if I did not have one of those 2 cards. And I haven't played a game with this deck, but I am almost 100% positive that is the correct way to play.
I think the only way that I would accept not keeping, or keeping a hand otherwise, is if you had like a triple Overgrown Battlement, like a double land style draw. It'd have to be something kind of strange in that way.
Yeah, but in many ways, the problem is especially if you're on the draw, if you don't have a Cobra or a Tree Speaker or double Battlement, and your opponent does have any of those things, it's very, very difficult to win.
Good.
Yeah. And right here, it looks as though...
Yep.
He's going to tap that, play Cobra,
Sure.
or Battlement.
That works too.
No land.
But he missed his 3rd land drop.
Yeah, if he gets a land, he's got 6.
Yeah, it's just
Which
plenty.
is there already. Look at that. That was an unhappy look from Conley.
Gives you a chance.
And here's the triple Battlement that I talked about. Is that correct? Oh, nope, close though. The Battlement, Jiraga Tree Speaker.
Yep.
Conley is threatening the possibility of 8 mana next turn.
1 shy of the number you want to be at if you're, Genesis waving for 6. So let's see if Chris found the land here.
If he didn't, he's on 5. I don't think he has it.
Yep. Yep.
Battlement, Cobra, no 3rd land, go to Conley. And this could easily be the end. Levels his Tree Speaker. Taps a lot of mana. Acidic Slime on the blue source.
Go.
That's pretty strong.
I mean, his opponent does have 7 mana and a Lotus Cobra now, though. I wouldn't be surprised if a Primeval Titan was able to come down and do a lot of work.
Still on the land?
No. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of looking at his hand. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I imagine he might just be sliming Conley's blue source.
Block.
The reslime.
This is Adrian Sullivan here at Star City Games Live, bringing you live coverage of the Kansas City Standard Open Series. And
Well, I'm Jacob Van Lunen, and I'm here with Adrian Sullivan. We will be bringing you the rest of this top 8 tomorrow morning, starting at 8 a.m. So be sure to wake up bright and early.
yep, and right
Catch it
now
right here.
we're in the first round, the quarterfinals, with Conley Woods facing off against his own deck in the hands of, I believe, stranger Chris VanMeter, who acquired this deck unbeknownst to Conley up until the top 8 happened.
Yeah, I mean, Conley's going to untap, and if he has a wave in hand, he's going to cast it for 6.
I'm so much happier about that before that happened.
It looks to me like that's a Frost Titan Jace, and then some other card.
Sure.
Right there.
Just spreading seas.
Spreading seas around.
Okay,
Cast the spreading seas on the island.
just to get another card draw.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now Conley needs a blue source here in order to be in this game, or a Genesis Wave.
Or Titan.
Some caution.
He doesn't.
6.
That's the Genesis wave for 6.
Okay,
Which
there
is
we
exactly
go.
what you want here.
Wow, there we go. Frost Titan, Acidic Slime to really hold down the mana.
Trigger. Target.
He's got a lot of decisions to make here.
He certainly does.
I'm interested to see what happens. This deck is so exciting. Like the Genesis Wave for 6. I mean, that's the magic number you need to hit when you're playing this deck. Like a Genesis Wave for 5 is not very exciting, but a Genesis Wave for 6 or more is incredible. The deck plays 7 Titans, and you know you can do some very, very powerful things. So now,
We've got to wait a moment to
kind of
figure out where he's going to be going.
where everything's going with
Yeah.
this.
If he had had a Lotus Cobra, it would just have been lights out, but you know, he didn't have that.
Yeah.
This will target.
Now, what's interesting about this Genesis Wave deck